Good evening. The news summary for this Wednesday, 26th January. The chairman of Transparency Initiative Seychelles, Crystal Shetty, says everybody must be involved in the fight against corruption if we want the country to achieve better results on the Corruption Perception Index. Mr. Shetty points out that the improvement in Seychelles' ranking on the index is a result of progress made in recent years to put in place stronger laws and institutions that promote good governance, accountability, and transparency.
I think it is very important that we look at the trends. And if you look at the figures given by Transparency International, it looks at the trend over 10 years. It is important that we do that because it's very difficult to evaluate improvements over 1 year because things happen over time, and the results of these measures put in place takes a period of time to take effect. We have seen that the results of that has come out in 2021, which very likely is for the 2020 and before, are results of things that have been done, been put in place, measures that have been taken, and the behavior of people that have changed over that period of time. I think corruption still exists, will exist. Anyone who is dreaming that one day there will be no corruption in any country, I think is a very far-fetched dream. Definitely, it will continue to happen, maybe in a disguised way, in a way that people might not easily be able to detect, and in ways that are perhaps, as we call it, lawful, but awful.
And the Anti-Corruption Commission, ACCS, has expressed satisfaction at the work the country has done in battling corruption, which has contributed towards the improvement in Seychelles' score on the Corruption Perception Index. The manager for prevention and education at ACCS, Denis Joubert, says the country should not remain complacent and laws are still needed to be further strengthened. Mr. Joubert highlighted that prevention is one of the best tools to eliminate corruption.
Seychelles has been showing gradual improvement over the years, and for the past 10 years we have increased by 18 points, which is the most improved countries in the world on corruption. And in the past 5 years, since the inception of the Anti-Corruption Commission, we have improved by 10 points, which is also the most improved countries in terms of fighting corruption. And what I feel that we are doing well is the creation of ACCS itself. And in our mandate, we also have the prevention aspect, which is one of the most important aspects in the fight of corruption. It is long-term rather than prosecution is short-term. And we are assisting the government. We are educating the population. We are educating the institutions to put in place measures, and this is one of the criteria also, and though it is not a big criteria, but it's one of the most important criteria in the measure of the prevalence of corruption in a country.
The Minister for Finance, Economic Planning and Trade, Nadi Hassan, has welcomed the new ranking of Seychelles in the Corruption Perception Index Report 2021 issued by Transparency International. The report was published yesterday, and Seychelles has gained 4 positions from a ranking of 27th worldwide in 2020 to 23rd in 2021. In the latest CPI report, Seychelles has scored 70 out of 100 points. Minister Hassan has said the fight against corruption is paramount if public finance is to be beneficial to all Seychellois. He said with the full rollout of the result-based management approach in the public service soon, accountability and transparency will be the main backbone of the public service, thus reducing the risk of corrupt practices. Minister Hassan has called upon all civil servants in the public service to always comply with the procedures in place and to not hesitate to sound the alarm when these same procedures are not being respected. The Department of Land Transport says it is going to be stricter this year with the vehicle testing station operating procedures. The new manager of VTS, Hans Albert, highlighted these procedures to the press this morning in an effort to reduce critics the station has had in the past. It is also to avoid transmitting COVID-19, hence clients are asked to come one person per car. They are reminded to secure all belongings prior to handing their car to the VTS officer to avoid loss and damage.
We expect our client to book in for appointment 1 month in advance to avoid any disappointment, and we are not accepting any prepayment for test, as we have introduced a new cashier module. Furthermore, we have come across vehicles which are very dirty, and we are advising vehicle owners to ensure that the vehicle are clean, because we need to safeguard the health of our staffs. Apart from that, we have had issues lately, and we want to remind the public of the standard number plate, which is prescribed by the Road Transport Act. This is the standard number plate which is accepted, and if vehicle owners are coming for roadworthiness tests with other than this type of number plate, they will fail their test. This also goes for tinted windows.
That's the end of this news summary. Join me at 8 for the news bulletin in Creole. Until then, have a pleasant evening.